low point of the day. So that's good news. Bulls trying to pull back a little bit. The Nifty Bank as well is back at around 51,000 odd. But Nilesh is the best place to tell us about what he's picking up in terms of D-Street chatter. Nimish.
Hi Nigel, a sharp sell-off in the last 30 minutes of trade. No specific reasons. I guess one of the reasons could be the fact that the Dow future is also down sharply, and maybe India markets are reacting to that. But from a flow perspective, it's not very bad. There is no big aggressive selling as well. In fact, the FIs are net buyers in the last couple of days, and that seems to be the trend today as well. So there is buying from larger FIs in the defensive names. The big pain point seems to be the PSUs in the auto stocks, largely dragged by Tata Motors. But it's the PSUs which are under pressure for the third day running. I've been saying for the last couple of days that there is pressure in the power PSUs. Today seems to be the case for oil PSUs as well. Despite falling crude prices, the OMCs are under pressure, and that's not a good sign from a market point of view. That the good news is getting sold into in many stocks, especially in the PSU names. That was the case with the defense stocks as well. Even the broader market seems to be a bit wobbly today. Mixed signs of signals. There are a lot of stocks which are under pressure as well, and even the the advanced decline ratio is slightly towards the decline. So net very sharp sell-off in the last 30 minutes of trade. But from a flow perspective, I understand there is buying from the larger FIs. Okay, got it. Nimish, what about individual stocks? What are you picking up? Well, so the first stock in my list is Arvind Fashion. There was a large block, and the stock is record actually after the block deal. 4.5% equity got changed hands. I understand the private equity investor was a seller into this block, and 3 or 4 mutual funds were buyers. So disclosures could be interesting there. The second name is Brooks Lab. Not much that we track or talk about, but that's been buzzing off late, and I understand there could be a corporate development largely on the lines of fundraising by the company very soon. The third name is Honasa Consumer. Again, while the stock is under pressure today, but the stock largely has been consolidating after a big move in the last few weeks. But now I understand there could be a very large block deal very soon. Remember, the private equity owns a large stake, close to 23%, and there could be potential sellers there. And the last is GAIL. Well, the stock is under pressure, largely on back of overall pressure in the PSU names, but there is buying in GAIL in today's market, and also there is a Morgan Stanley tactical buy as well on GAIL for the next 30 days. So while stock is under pressure, there are buy flows from larger FIs in GAIL today.
Any update on the Paytm block, Nimish?
Not really, Prashant. It's been talked about that the block can come very soon, but not that I've heard anything fresh. The last update was that there could be a large block, and potentially a strategic investor is likely to buy that block.
All right.
Well, thanks so much for tuning in to CNBC TV18. Make sure you follow us and stay updated on all our social media platforms.